Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. We will be following along here in just a moment. There we go as the Tigers take on the Cheyenne Mountain Red-Tail Hawks. And, well, this matchup has a little bit of history here as there's a shot that whistles wide off the side of the cage. The Tigers and Cheyenne Mountain have locked it up several times through some big battles throughout the years, and oftentimes being the decider in the league championship. This year a little bit different. Both teams kind of in a little bit of a tough spot right now. Both similar records, right just below 500. So both teams kind of looking to get off the schneid a little bit with a big win here today, as Erie won the opening faceoff as they continue to attack in the Cheyenne Mountain third of the field. And Shivakula gets the ball dislodged. And eventually a turnover. Beg your pardon here. We are going to pull a little bit of double duty, so it might sound a tad odd at points tonight throughout the broadcast because we are going to be calling PA as well. But it is senior night here at Tiger Stadium as there is a timeout on the field. We celebrated a variety of seniors before tonight's game. You just kind of run down the list of seniors that really have made a huge impact on this Tiger program. You have Noah Rickauer, Kean Goshorn, Nathan Cowan, Marcus Vox, Caleb McCollum, Rex Wellington, Cooper Riley, Aiden Hill, and Tyler Shivakula were the seniors that were honored tonight for the Tigers. I know a couple of names were listed as seniors when we introduced the rosters tonight. Just a grade or two off. I think Braylon is still a junior. And now there's an early flag here and an illegal pocket or stick here against Cheyenne Mountain. So they will have a penalty and a man in the penalty area, while Erie will have a man advantage. No score here, 10:22. No time on our graphic, so we'll try and say that as often as we can. So Tigers attacking a shot right into the face of the goaltender. Pretty good one by Cooper Riley, but handled well that time in net. I think that was Walt Cameron back there in net for the Red Tail Hawks. Cheyenne Mountain out of Colorado Springs, kind of in that Broadmoor, Cheyenne Mountain Resort area, as there's a bouncer all the way up the field, picked up by Riley. He'll sprint, spins, now gets the ball chopped away from him. Cheyenne Mountain on the retreat, trying to burn a little bit of time here. Cheyenne Mountain will play it up near the midfield. There's a big smack at the stick, a loose ball picked up off the turf and taken into the Tigers' side of the field here. Still a man advantage here for Erie as Cheyenne Mountain trying to bleed a little bit of time off of that man advantage. And if you're Erie, I think recognize and be a little bit more aggressive trying to dislodge that ball and regain possession there because you have that extra man in the defensive zone. Little pirouette there. That's Trent Harder who will circle back now, pass in toward the X. Cycling through is Hudson Bailey. Bailey with it, looking for kind of a centering pass there, and he'll wheel out near the far side wing over the numbers. Now back behind the net is Weber Rowell, or Rowell, I don't know, Rowell probably. Cheyenne Mountain still on the attack here. We are a few minutes into here. The man advantage for Erie is about to come to an end as that shot will whistle wide, but Cheyenne Mountain closest to it. Weber Rowell with it behind the net. Tigers have lost 3 in a row. And after a really solid start to the season, have just hit a rough patch here. In their first season in 5A lacrosse, of course, you lose a slew of college-level talent. Think Charlie O'Brien, and Liam Connors, and a lot of those types of players off of last year's team. And so rebuilding a little bit while trying to move up into the next classification. That is a tall order. And the Tigers have had a little bit of a roller coaster season. And I think you hope that through the remainder of the season it kind of gets back on that uptick. Little pirouette behind the net. Attacking is Harder. Harder trying to spin through a defender, races in toward the circle, trying to put one on frame. Instead, he'll wheel it off up top, and the Red Tail Hawks will reset here with Rowell. Now in behind the net, Ethan Longwill. Cheyenne Mountain really being conservative in their approach here, not wanting to turn over the ball, and no shot clock in high school lacrosse. You will see a shot clock in high school basketball in the, I believe, not next season, but I believe it's 2 seasons from now. And you always wonder if that will be a similar fate in the lacrosse ranks, as that one whistled well wide. Trent Harder was closest to it, and they'll reset. It's Harder with it at the X. He'll spin. He's trying to work against Kean Goshorn. Now front of the net, shot from right there in the middle. That's a tough spot for a goalie, and that was nicely played back there. And scooping it up is Englehart, and he'll race it across midfield. Englehart wheels off far side, long shot right into the belly of Cameron, and Cheyenne Mountain trying to retaliate quickly here in transition play. Alex Schroeder with it. And he'll settle out and wait for some personnel changes for the Red Tail Hawks. Tiger fans, so glad you could join us. We'll have a busy week next week, a couple of concerts. I know playoffs are about to start. We'll try and do that. We are hoping to broadcast baseball. We're at least going to do some PA announcing for senior night, but we're going to try and do a little bit of double duty next week. Little shot bouncer is in the back of the net. And so a 1-0 lead here for Cheyenne Mountain. Red Tail Hawk goal scored by senior number 12, Trent Harder.
The score's 9-8.
Let's see here. That should be a 1. Nope. All right. Got our graphic configured. Tigers win the faceoff, trying to equalize quick. Nice save there. That was branded for kind of the top right corner and snatched there by Walt Cameron. And now it is Cheyenne Mountain trying to break out here and bring it over the midline. Racing is Tyler Chris, and now he'll stop, pass off to a teammate, and he'll chase off. While Cheyenne Mountain resets here, Ethan Longwill with it. He'll cycle it out to the far side. That's Schroeder. Carries it. Cheyenne Mountain trying to rotate here. Almost use a screen. Rowell now wheels off. That was Schroeder that was trying to find a gap in the defense, and the Tigers doing a good job kind of passing off players and rotating with guys and staying in front of your man here in this first quarter. It's been mostly possessed by Cheyenne Mountain. Ball was chopped away, picked up by Erie, and Englehart will race it here over the midline. Tigers trying to settle into an offensive set here quickly. Shivakula darting toward the middle. Now he'll cycle out. And that was Drake, the sophomore, with it. And they'll reset here with Marcus Vach. Now trying to race in toward net. A awkward angle shot, and that one will go wide. It was a shot attempt, though, so that will stay Erie possession. Davis Quam was trying to race in there. Davis played a little bit of golf this year for the Tigers. Now trying to wedge his way between defenders. In there was Vach. And that one will go behind the net. Marcus's sister Charlotte, an Altona Middle School choir student, sang the national anthem today and armed me with weaponized knowledge. We will not call Marcus Marky. We won't do it. We won't do it. Cooper Novak. With it. Novak trying to go around the screen of Vach. Novak pass in the middle. That missed his man, but right there, Johnny on the spot was Quam. Now Vach with it. Behind the net. They'll work it around. That's Quam. Davis stops, trying to find some space. Tigers will reset. Shivakula with it. A jump turnaround shot that was bounced and blocked. And so far having a real good first quarter of play for this Cheyenne Mountain team is Walt Cameron. He has just stonewalled the Tigers time and time again, and it's still 1-0 Erie. Cheyenne Mountain with it in the offensive zone. 1:28 remaining here in this first quarter. I'll try and get Porter to tap me on the elbow or something every 45 seconds and remind you the time. So 1:18 left here with this stoppage. Erie will pick up possession here. And it will be Edwards to start it for Erie. The long stick defenseman, Kean Goshorn, will race it up quickly. Tigers in the offensive zone again, still searching for their first goal here tonight. Braylon Englehart will settle with possession, wait for some personnel tweaks, and drop him back in the field of play is Cooper Novak. And Novak will cradle the ball here. Novak patiently waiting here. 28 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of play. Novak, little stutter step, now spins, trying to get to the middle. Passes off near side. Little dance there by Cooper Riley. And they'll reset here. 10 seconds left. Englehart with the long stick in, tried to rifle one to the far post and just ripped it wide. Tigers will have 3 seconds here on the restart. 3, 2, long shot also goes high and out of bounds. And at the end of 1 quarter of play, Cheyenne Mountain leads Erie 1-0. We'll take a timeout here. on the Erie Tiger Network.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we roll into quarter number 2 here of this lacrosse matchup between the Tigers and the Cheyenne Mountain Red Tail Hawks. Cheyenne Mountain, we already kind of mentioned that Broadmoor area, that southwest part of Colorado Springs. As we have a face-off here to start quarter number 2. Ball is ripped forward, picked up here by the Tigers. Shot low and just whistles wide, but Shivakula the closest to it, and they'll get the restart here. So second quarter underway. Tigers with possession here. Ball just off your screen to your left. Shivakula with it. Will spin in. Right in the middle. Oh, just kind of fanning on that was Cooper Riley. Couldn't quite settle it into his pocket. Thought he had it and shot with air. And now Cheyenne Mountain will race it up here. Half a minute gone here in the second quarter. Racing into the open field is Sam Bonnet. Or actually, I'm sorry, that was Tyler Chris. And now Cheyenne Mountain will reset. It's been a fun battle over the years between Erie and Cheyenne Mountain. Just seems like every year they're fairly evenly matched squad. And it's kind of produced a little bit of a fun rivalry. In fact, one of the seniors mentioned that their favorite moment is there's a diving shot attempt, and that is good. So, or no goal there, no goal. Erie on the restart. Erie 6-8 on the season. Cheyenne Mountain also 6-8. And a turnover there, and Cheyenne Mountain will pick that up. Cheyenne Mountain in the 4A Southern League in this cycle. Now they're on a big win streak. Okay, so I was talking about similar records, but the seasons have been exact opposite. Cheyenne Mountain started 0-6, or 0-5, I beg your, or good grief, 0-7, and they have been 6-1 since they lost 14-11 to Golden. Their only loss was to Evergreen, a 12-11 barn burner. Erie has been the complete opposite so far this year. The Tigers started 3-0. They started 5-1. And then they lost 4 straight in early April. They beat Monarch, and now they're on a 3-game losing streak. So the Tigers have lost 7 of their last 8 games here down the stretch, and this is the last regular season game. Shot will whistle high. But we were talking kind of the good battles through the years versus Cheyenne Mountain. Last year, the Tigers, of course, being the best team in 4A. Cheyenne Mountain, they went down there and they won 16-5. That was probably the least contested game in their series. Cheyenne Mountain came up here a couple years ago and took one from Erie 10-6. That was a pretty close one. Even going into that fourth quarter of play, the Tigers would end up 15-4 that year, but they would play them again, and they lost in double overtime in the playoffs. In fact, man, that was one of the more, I think, heartbreaking moments when I think back over just kind of the history of my time with the Erie Tiger Network. You know, for those of you that don't know us, there's a shot and a goal. So Erie goal at the doorstep there by Tyler Shivakula. Erie goal scored by senior number 2, Tyler Shivakula. So just nicely done there by Tyler. And let's see here. We're trying to make sure everything is taken care of. Okay. Porter's like, hey, you wanted me to do replay? I think you might have still captured something here. What'd you hit? Okay. We'll fix that. We will have a replay of that goal here in just a moment. As soon as we get all our stuff fixed, Cheyenne Mountain has tallied another. By the way, our scoreboard on the screen was off. Man. A few little technical glitches here. A 2-1 lead here for Cheyenne Mountain. I'm not sure who scored that goal. So Erie will win the draw and race it into the offensive zone. I was kind of talking a little bit about the history between these two schools. The Tigers fell in heartbreaking fashion, 10-9 in double overtime. As that pass is stolen away, and Cheyenne Mountain will race it up the field. So 2022, definitely as that shot is in. So Tigers licking their wounds a little bit here. Cheyenne Mountain goal scored by number 12, Trent Harder. So a 3-1 lead for Cheyenne Mountain. 7:01 remaining here in this half of play. .645 left to go here in the first half of play. Tigers trail it 3-1. Marcus Vach with it here for Erie. Swims over a defender, tried to bounce one in. That one was gobbled up there. And, man, having just a whale of a half is Walt Cameron. Looking like Jake Ottinger out there. And there's another shot, another goal on the far side. And, again, it is Trent Harder. Redtail Hawk goal scored by number 12, Trent Harder. Let's see if this works. Well, you know, Porter. Oh, there we go.
How are you going to go to a concert if you're, you know what I'm saying? She goes, how are you going to go to a concert if you guys are, if you're all three not 18 but you and Heather can go? I go, oh, Kennedy, I just know.
Blaring in that replay, so I apologize for that as you see the goal again. And, well, for some reason we're stuck in, there we go. We were stuck in replay mode there for a while. Not sure why it didn't transition back out. That's all right. We'll figure that out. Now pass, high shot. That one rang off the pipe and will go out the back. So right now, a 4-1 lead for Cheyenne Mountain. See if the Tigers can kind of calm the storm here. Another shot off the side of the net. Picked up that time by Edwards, and the Tigers trying to break out here from the back end. Ball is knocked away, picked up here. 2-on-1, shot in. Nice little falling save there by Edwards. Certainly his save of the night. Oh, I'm sorry, beg your pardon. That's Luke Foley back there. And a timeout called here by Erie. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
I wasn't born a leader.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Erie leads it, or excuse me, Erie trails it here in the first half of play, 4-1. Low-scoring affair. As we get reset, do you want to go wake up our camera? Oh, there we go. Thought maybe camera operator fell asleep there. 4:44. Can the Tigers kind of get a little spark here? They've had some decent possession and some shots on. And net, really strong play by Walt Cameron. And it's just been the last few minutes that Cheyenne Mountain has really broken out. Out into the middle, shot. Just sails wide. Tried to put it over the ear. And now the Tigers will get going on the reset. Low pass off the stick of Shiva Kula. And Cheyenne Mountain trying to break out and kind of just a misguided pass. that Erie will happily pick up. Good awareness there by Quam to ensure that not too many men were on that side, and then an errant pass. Tigers have not been sharp with their passing in the Cheyenne Mountain third, and now a penalty coming here, I think, against Erie and against Cooper Riley. .346 left to go here in half number 1, and a timeout is also called. So we'll step aside here real quick on the Erie Tiger Network.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as there were 2 penalties on Erie, not just one. So we heard the official say that there were 2 penalties, one on Cooper Riley and one on Tyler Shivakula. So 2 men advantage for a minute here for Cheyenne Mountain. You see Erie there in the middle. Man, good job. Down 2 to get the ball. Let's see if, oh man, they just couldn't quite corral possession here. And they'll say that Cheyenne Mountain stepped out of bounds, so a break there for Erie. Shoot, they'll take that with a 2-man advantage, you better believe. Erie up the field, trying to burn through some time here. Cheyenne Mountain really trying to give some chase here and just bleed clock. Shivakula with it. He gets hit, and there was another penalty. I think this one is coming against Cheyenne Mountain. They're a little frustrated that they weren't cooking with 2 men to their advantage. Sometimes you just get a little frustrated, want to do a little more than you need to, and that's when you commit some penalties. Tigers will take that. So Erie back on the attack here. Cooper Novak with it, trying to sprint in toward the middle. Now he'll step backward, just allowing the time to come off the clock. So Tigers will have a little bit of a man advantage here. Novak in, nice pass. Oh, it was deflected right in on net. It looked like it was going to be a nice pass. I said that before the pass was complete. That pass goes errant. Shivakula trying to pick it off the turf. Ball still on the ground. Ground ball being fought for. That one was kicked and finally picked up there on the back end for Cheyenne Mountain. And a violation there on Cheyenne Mountain and a turnover. So Erie with the restart. Long shot. That one will deflect high. 4-1, 2:11 remaining here in the quarter. Tigers trailing here to the Red Tail Hawks. Pass out front. Nice catch. The shot is stopped again. Falling down and shooting with Shivakula, and that one will go out of bounds. That one will stay here with Erie. 1:58 remaining here in the quarter. Erie with it behind the net. Chivakula, jump shot, turn around, and the closest man to it, I believe, is a Hawk. And it is, so they'll get the ball in the restart here with a little over a minute and a half remaining. 100 seconds left to go here in this first half of play. In, wide open, shot, somehow didn't get through, picked up on the doorstep, sailed it high. And Cheyenne Mountain had a premium opportunity there on the rebound. Couldn't get it to go home. Still a 3-goal lead here for the Hawks. Minute 14 is time slowly trickling off the clock here. Brixton Clark with it. Now behind the net. Out near side, that's Axel Schroeder. Back to Clark. Clark working here against Caleb McCollum. Now near side. Schroeder with it. Schroeder, little dance, slips. Tigers were trying to chop it out. 34 seconds left. Pass into the middle, and that one will roll through everything. 10 seconds left. Turnover there. Long ball. And over everyone's head. That will bounce safely into the pocket of Walt Cameron. And the Tigers a little bit stymied in that first half. 4-1 lead. We'll take a timeout here at halftime on the Erie Tiger Network.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today. Hi, Brandon Bird here, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Moon Holistics, and specifically the owner, Mike Moon. We have been friends for over 20 years now, and I can personally attest to what a great man of character he is, and he is someone that will care deeply about getting you and your health to where it needs to be from a holistic approach. So I encourage you to partner with him in search for any of your holistic health needs. Just check him out online.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility, and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community.
Thanks for stopping by. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Start of quarter number 3. And right now the Tigers find themselves in a 3-goal hole. And we were kind of mulling over the playoff picture during halftime to see just kind of what is it that the Tigers need to be doing in order to find their way into postseason play. And if you look at the format, there are 33 teams in 5A, 24 make the playoffs. Right now, Erie sits, I believe, in about 21st in the seeding index. And so Erie does not want to drop a game to a 4A school that does not sit very high in RPI right now. So I tell you what, they are really putting themselves in danger of being right on the edge of that bubble. The defending 4A state champion Erie Tigers hoping that this isn't their last game of the year. Ball chopped away, scooped up off the turf. They'll play it out toward the midline. Cheyenne Mountain. Hawks with it. Behind the net, waiting for reinforcements to arrive. The thing is, if you're Cheyenne Mountain, you have a 3-goal lead. You can kind of just sit on that lead. So they're happy to milk some clock here. About 20 yards from net. Bouncer goes over the net and out of bounds. And we'll stay here with Cheyenne Mountain after the missed shot. Again, that's Brixton Clark with it. Clark trying to get it off onto the far side. Now it's Weber Rowell with it. Here to the near side. That's Harder. Harder has 3 goals tonight. You know, he might have 4. I might be wrong on 1. And nice play that time by Englehart. Chopped it away. And a turnover there. And now Erie will race it up the field. Trying to clear the ball here. Tigers with McFan trying to get it across the midline. Can't quite do it. Now a lollipop of a pass will go up and out, and a turnover there for Erie. Erie will take that free turnover, and they will reset here with Caleb McCollum. Now walking it over the midline is McFan. Englehart will reset here. 9:18 remaining here in the third quarter. Tigers still searching for kind of a spark of offense. They have not led in this contest. At the X, near side, Cooper Riley looking to work it around. Has Quam with it. Now Englehart will play catch with Quam. Davis with it. Will back off, finds a nice pass in the middle and denied at the doorstep again. I got to tell you, Walt Cameron is standing on his head this game. This could easily be a 4-4 game if it wasn't for Cameron. Long shot, bouncer finds its way underneath the pipe, and another goal scored here for Cheyenne Mountain. Red Tail Hawk goal scored by number 19, Cone Hanger. Cone Hanger, the goal scorer here. For Cheyenne Mountain, 8:34 remaining here in the quarter. Who asked that? I think Ava McGeehan is ready to take the play-by-play mic here. 8:17 remaining, a 4-goal lead here for Cheyenne Mountain. Tigers, they've just got to find the back of the net. That was a great pass by Quam in there and just denied at the doorstep, and now another turnover. Davis, the other one graduated last year. Cheyenne Mountain with it over the midline is Luke Foley, or good grief, Ethan Longwell that had it. Another turnover. Both teams a little bit sloppy in possession here the last few minutes. And once again, Erie is still searching for a goal here. They haven't scored since that first quarter when they tied it at 1. Now that's Shiva Kula with it. At the X, he'll spin. Shiva Kula looking, ball's chopped free and then scooped up again by Cameron. He's been active tonight. Cheyenne Mountain in transition, a little dummy shot and they'll reset. Now stepping off to the right is Paytak. They'll reset here. Harder, he's been the goal scorer tonight. The difference in this one, 3 goals. Or he has at least 3, we've established. Loose ball, ground ball picked up. Thought they were going to attempt a shot. Instead, Cheyenne Mountain can do this. They can milk the clock, reset. Just wait for best shot available. Can really be picky with their shot selection right now. The onus is on the Tigers to create something, down 4 goals here midway through this third quarter. Just under 6 minutes. Harder tried to dump one in toward the middle. Foley couldn't hang on to it, and it's picked up here by the Hawks. Cheyenne Mountain in the middle. That one overshoots everyone and will roll out of bounds and be Erie ball here. 5:29 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Tigers will bring it up here on the reset, trying to find something in their offensive possession. They have not taken great care of the ball here tonight. Tyler Shivakula will walk it back toward the midline, and he'll hand it off to Tyler Keating. Keating with it. Off on the near side, actually, to Novak. Novak trying to create some space. Cheyenne Mountain really stretching out here. They've got a lead, but they're not afraid to still come out here defensively. Novak trying to spin in the middle, has a shot, bounces in. Another save by Walt Cameron. He's been more like Walt Disney tonight, making the magic happen. And that shot rifles in there. Oh, man, the Tigers can't stop the bleeding now. It is now 6-1. And I couldn't quite tell who had that goal. Was that 35 or 20? Was that Hudson Bailey? Real understated. Got to be confident here. It's too late. Too late. We were trying to get Ava to do some PA here. A turnover for Erie. Man, this has just been one of those nights for the Tigers. Just can't quite get things to break their way. Long pass will bounce up into play. Nice find there into the open field. A nice strip from behind that time, though, for Erie. And scooping up that one was Englehart. Braylon, the junior. One of the real great kids on this team is Braylon Englehart. Multi-sport athlete. Now off on the far side. Tyler Shivakula with it. Back to Quam. Davis to the near side. Tyler Keating. Now they'll bring Cooper Novak in as well. Quam and Keating playing catch out near the midline, and Keating trying to direct traffic here. Keating off on the right side. Passes. Big shot down low. That went off the side of the cage. Erie couldn't quite corral, but it is a shot. And so they'll maintain possession here. Now that's Drake Shivakula. Drake with it. He's trying to jump, kind of that shortstop jumping toward third base, throwing back to first type of shots. Hadn't worked out tonight. Tigers have they've got to find the net. Out in front, another jump shot. That's blocked, picked up by Erie. Novak with it. Novak will dart in. Now passes behind the net. Tigers trying to force feed it in the middle. Little backhand shot is stuffed at the doorstep. Ball still on the ground. Tyler Shivakula to Drake. Drake got hit as he shot, and that one sailed wide. That was a shot attempt, so with 1:52 left here in the quarter, Tigers still searching for their first goal of the half, first goal since about midway through the first quarter. Quam with it, behind the net. Novak, thought maybe he had some space to rip one there. Now took one in the face and a penalty coming. That flag hit Cooper Novak. That actually kind of startled him a little bit. Nice little move there. Shot rifles high, and there is a penalty coming here for Cheyenne Mountain. Cheyenne Mountain will put on a more defensive looking personnel here. A couple subs coming in for them. Cross check to the head, 2 minutes here for Cheyenne Mountain. So Tigers will have a man advantage here for the rest of this quarter. Cheyenne Mountain penalty on number 5, Ethan Longwill. 2 minutes, cross check to the head. See if there's another mic in here. A long shot, and that finally finds the back of the net. That one was Tyler Shivakula. Erie goal scored by senior number 2, Tyler Shivakula. I'll let you do a Cheyenne Mountain one. So 6-2. We have quite the peanut gallery in the press box right now. 6-2, Erie leads it. Or Cheyenne Mountain leads it. But Erie able to pick up a goal here and cut into that Cheyenne Mountain lead. Now you have a little bit of a spark. Can you win face-offs, generate some offense? We have seen Erie come back against Cheyenne Mountain before. The effort by Liam Connors, one of the more remarkable things we've ever seen. Unfortunately ended in some real heartbreak, but was an all-time game. Now near side, Riley behind the net. That's Tyler with it. Low shot, that was blocked, and they're going to call a penalty on Cooper Riley for absolutely obliterating a guy. 27 seconds left here, and we'll get the official call. The referees are talking it over. I think one referee saying, I'm not as sure if that was a penalty, and the other free clear. Erie penalty on number 8 Cooper Riley, an indirect cross check to the head, 1 minute. So 27 seconds left here on the penalty. 6-2, Cheyenne Mountain leads. Tigers have 12 minutes and 27 seconds left to dig out of this hole, or they may find their season in jeopardy. As we mentioned, only 24 teams make the playoffs, and they're sitting about 21st or 22nd. And Cheyenne Mountain is a 4A school here that's kind of sitting mid-table in the standings. So that is not kind to the old RPI. Now Harder with it. Harder races it across the X, looking for a cutter out front. Ball gets loose, but no one there for the Tigers. 4 seconds left. And with the man advantage, Cheyenne Mountain coach is saying hold on to it, and they will start with possession to start the fourth. We'll take a quick timeout. Tigers trail it to Cheyenne Mountain here, 6-2. We'll be back on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs?
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Quarter number 4 about to be underway here. Cheyenne Mountain will start with the ball, and they have the man advantage here for just a little bit longer. Actually, I don't know if there is a man advantage. I think still serving out the rest of his penalty is Ethan Longwell. So both teams a player short. But it will be, I believe, a brief man advantage for Cheyenne Mountain. Erie will win the draw. They got to get going here, do the Tigers. Marcus Vach had it momentarily. Now behind the net. Tyler with it. Shivakula looking. Across the X to his teammate. Out front, jump shot. Blocked. Still on the ground. Still on the ground. And finally picked up by Cheyenne Mountain. Tigers just have not quite maintained possessions sharply enough tonight. That is a really long shot that bounded over the net. And Cheyenne Mountain will retain possession here. 11-14 remaining in the game. A 4-goal lead here for Cheyenne Mountain off the restart. You see the kind of the edges of the field still awash in sun, but the press box creating quite a dramatic shadow there in the middle of the field. Now far side is Rowell. Trying to find the middle. Shot finds the back of the net. And so another Cheyenne Mountain goal. Scored by number 20, Weber Rowell. So 7-2 the score now. Cheyenne Mountain will win the draw. Tigers, the one area they have done really well tonight is from the face-off dot. So Cheyenne Mountain will come away with that one. That's Tyler Chris that had it. And now Harder with it. Harder had a big second quarter in this game, and now a 5-goal lead here for Cheyenne Mountain. They'll restart here. That's Clark that was trying to race in. Trying to get in toward net with a head of steam. Now nice pass in the middle, nice catch. And the shot is buried. And that one is Henry McMartin. So 8-2 now. Here for Cheyenne Mountain. .9:30 remaining in this contest. And really the difference tonight, Walt Cameron has kind of led the charge, and now the Tigers a little bit deflated. More often than not, it just seems like Cheyenne Mountain finds a way to best the Tigers. Tigers have ended their season, and there is a bouncer into the back of the net. Cheyenne Mountain goal scored by number 26, Zane Patak. So a 9-2 lead, and now Erie's going to call a timeout. What I was going to say is Cheyenne Mountain has ended Erie's season too many times. And you're hoping that that's not the case here tonight. We mentioned 33 teams in 5A. The top 24 make the postseason through the bracket. Erie sitting in 20th, actually. So a little more cushion than I think I initially thought. There would have to be 4 teams that jump Erie. Actually, 5 teams that jump Erie. I'm not sure that's likely. I would say that just according to at least the rankings index, and maybe I'm looking at, let's see here. That was the RPI. Okay, there's the difference. In the Max Preps rankings, Erie is 21st. So they kind of draw on both of those, but that 20th in RPI might help out Erie a little bit. The teams you got to be careful of: Heritage, they're 9-5; Monarch 5-9; Boulder 8-6; Columbine, that would have to be the last team to jump them. They are 6-9, and Columbine, they're 1-7 in league play. They've had a similar slide down the stretch, but their season's done. They beat Mount Rage 10-9. So I feel like Erie is probably in still, as there's a shot and a goal. And that's got Tigers fired up. That's Tyler Shivakula. Erie goal scored by senior number 2, Tyler Shivakula. So Tyler Shivakula got pretty amped after that one. Tigers win another face-off. They've got to win and score, win and score. That's the recipe back here. Now Shivakula with it. Pirouettes. They'll cycle it around here. Tyler Keating. 7:51 remaining here in this contest. Little shot once again at the doorstep, stopped. I think that went off the helmet of Cameron. And a timeout for Cheyenne Mountain. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
And welcome back in. Erie Tiger Network, a 9-3 lead here for Cheyenne Mountain with 7:14 remaining in the game. Talk about Tiger sports quite a bit tonight, and the playoff picture and what that looks like. And before the commercial break, we were contemplating who the Tigers might end up matching with should they go through. And there's another goal for Erie. Erie goal scored by senior number 2, Tyler Shibakula. So the Tigers find another goal. Still 7 minutes remaining, so a little bit of a kind of a burst here. See if they can't corral this into something a little more special. That would be fun. Tigers will pick up the loose ball. Cooper Novak had it. Anyways, we were trying to figure out who that opponent would be in the first round of play. When you look at how the boys' bracket, anyways, is structured. The 24 seed plays the 9. So Erie, if they sneak in 24, I think it's probably more likely they're about 22 or 23. So you're looking at like Mountain Vista, Chatfield, Legend, maybe Cherokee Trail. Even Poudre, depending, or the Poudre School District, depending on how things kind of fall here in the last little bit. But task at hand right now is, can you climb out of a 5-goal hole? You'd have to score about a goal a minute. 5:41 left to go here. By the way, the Tiger baseball team, they're 14-5. They are playing today against Longmont. Not sure the final score of that one up in Longmont. They will take on Meade next week for Senior Day. We're hoping we can stream that. That comes a little bit tricky when you're trying to pull double duty. Little wraparound shot. That whistle's wide, but it'll stay here with Cheyenne Mountain. The Erie girls soccer team has had a pretty solid season so far, though a couple little hiccups of late. They've lost 3 of the last 4, but to really good teams, including a Broomfield team that is pretty high up there in rankings. They lost to them 2-1, but overall in the season, 8-4-2. Tigers tied with Cherry Creek. The track team having a pretty good season. The girls golf team probably has an uphill battle to try and make it 4 times in a row, but they're hoping to qualify a team for state. Tennis team has had some good moments this year as well. So, of course, that senior class last year was chocked full of some pretty special athletes across the board, across multiple sports. 9-4. Cheyenne Mountain leads and make that 10-4. And it is harder with the goal. So 3:57 remaining here. And our graphic is all wigging out. Let's see if we can't. There we go. We had planned on calling a soccer game last week, and weather really impacted that, and now a penalty coming here. Kind of just an ill-advised little chop there from Caleb McCollum. Now Cheyenne Mountain happy to drain some clock here too. 3:11 left on it. Shot from the middle that goes high. It'll stay with Cheyenne Mountain, but there's also a penalty coming against Caleb McCollum. A little bit of a frustration penalty there for Caleb. Caleb going to Penn State Barron. And you look at the seniors graduating from here, I tell you what, just about everyone is graduating in some type of mechanical engineering. And that one will sail wide. Tiger fans, this could, as there's another goal. That one scored by Tyler Chris. It is now 11-4. Tiger fans, it has been a fun ride for me. We started the Erie Tiger Network 10 years ago in 2015. And, you know, I didn't know what would happen. I certainly didn't imagine I would be a teacher, and I certainly didn't imagine that I would one day be in administration, and I will be moving on as there's another Erie goal. And that one scored by Tyler Keating. Erie goal scored by sophomore number 16, Tyler Keating. So that'll make it 11-5. But if this is my last lacrosse game, thank you fans and thank you Tigers so much for the great memories, and got to work every lacrosse game I've called with Coach Mandia. And so thanks to him and the community of lacrosse players he's built across this district that have been so warm and welcoming to me. I'll become the athletic director at Berthoud High School, so hopefully Tigers, our paths will continue to cross as there's a shot that will go high. .201 remaining here in this game. Tigers trail it by 6 here. And just the second and third quarter really had the Tigers snake bit. Man, there was a collision. That was a big train wreck of a collision. There now the Tigers racing with it the other way. My goodness. into the middle. The shot near side, that goes off the side of the net. I think Erie Tiger players and fans really wanted Rex Wallington, the senior, to score there, and he almost caged one. Ball still loose. Finally picked up there by Drake. Or excuse me, that's Tyler Shivakula. You know, I'm sure they get that all the time. If you're anything like my mother, you will just mix up names. I have been called my own dog's name. My mom doesn't even live in my house, and she's calling me my dog's name Biscuit. And there's another shot and another goal by Harder. That'll make it 13-5 with 47 seconds left. 12-5, beg your pardon. So we're about to wind things down here. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight. Fortunately, the Tigers will drop another one, their fourth straight, as they fall to 6-9 on the season. And a hold, and Erie will get another gasp here. Try and maybe get someone on the score sheet. Out to the near side. That's Tyler Shivakula with it. Spins into the middle. Jump shot, scores. Erie fans are still boisterous. Tiger goal scored by number 2, Tyler Shivakula. So 25 seconds left now. Tyler, a senior. There's a face-off win. A shot that just sails a little bit high. Now a spin in, another shot. That one off the foot. Nice pick up there. Another nice stop. Man, just what an outstanding game that Walt Cameron has had. 3 seconds, and that will do it. The Tigers will fall by a final score here of 12-6. That's going to do it for us here on the Erie Tiger Network. For everyone across the Erie Tiger Network, a big thank you. And until next time, Tiger fans, I'll chirp at you later.